Okay. Yeah. Thank you for.
Mm.
uh, okay. Mhm.
Okay, go.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of the Raw Takes. I think this is episode 7.
I think it's episode 8.
No, it's 7.
Is it 7?
Yeah. Yeah, it's episode
Hectic.
7.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Episode
Welcome.
7. Lucky number 7.
Yeah, lucky number 7. Think yeah, number 7 is a special number, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a holy number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God rested on
The
episode
seventh day.
on the 7th day, not
Yes.
on the episode, not episode 7.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Not the seventh episode. You think
Okay,
God
okay,
had a
okay,
seventh
okay, okay.
episode? Hey, put hey.
Anyways, he's probably on like episode 1 million now of creating the world.
Asas.
But anyways, yeah, welcome to episode 7 of the Raw Takes. It's your boy TP, aka Kobe. You know what it is. We get to it, yes, sir. Yeah, we today we have again Zikhona, a friend of the show. Yeah,
Hey
how are you?
guys, it is Zikhona. You can find me at I am Zeroy, double E double Y on Instagram, and I am Zeroy on TikTok. How is everyone? Hope you guys are doing well.
Hmm.
Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know in the comments. We are currently in Dublin, Ireland.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and the weather
Um,
here has actually been really nice. Like,
yeah,
guys, we're
this
currently in autumn,
I
and
don't know, man.
autumn is beautiful here.
Autumn is nice, but
Autumn's gorgeous.
for a long time I thought it would be cold.
Mm-hmm.
And then you remember I was telling you the other day that I got myself an electric blanket.
Yeah.
So it's been weird the last week because I had to turn it off, and I actually would like sleeping with it on. So now it's just been weird to
Yeah.
transition into
Yeah.
not turning it on,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
No, I get you. But like guys, just for context, like Dublin is
Mm,
generally a place where it rains a lot,
yeah.
but autumn here has been so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Like I feel like this country was made for autumn because there's
Mm-hmm.
lots of trees, lots
Yep.
of country, lots
Yep.
of greenery, and you
Yep.
just see like all the like leaves turning yellow and orange, and it looks like they're on fire and like the leaves are falling. So
Mm.
it's really beautiful. Yeah.
Otherwise, how was your week?
My week.
You
So
didn't
this,
work this
oh
week,
my
yeah.
gosh, yeah. So I was sick with the flu for this whole week. My doctor
Mm,
booked me off for the week. So
mm,
I've just been having time to rest.
mm,
And I'm glad I had it because honestly,
mm,
guys,
mm, mm.
like the flu is not fun.
Yeah,
Literally every time I got up and walked up and downstairs, I was
this is your camera.
breathless. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know. Every time I got out of bed
Yeah,
and walked downstairs to the kitchen and
yeah,
upstairs back to my room, guys, I was like,
yeah,
guys, so the flu is not fun, but like I've recovered quite well and
yeah,
yeah, back
yeah.
to work next week.
Okay, that's good. Did you catch up on any good series, like
Oh
something,
my
or what did you
gosh.
do?
I was catching up on some sermons because there are a few things I've actually been wanting to watch.
A few summons.
Yeah,
Okay,
so that's what I was doing. And,
shut up.
I'd like time well spent actually.
Mm,
Yeah, time well spent.
that's good.
Yeah, other than that, how was your week?
My week has been a bit terrible.
Oh, what
Work,
happened?
yeah, work was a bit hectic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was planned on a project, and then I was told that actually leave what you're doing. There's an emergency project that we want you to do.
Okay.
So I was busy with deferred tax, which is something that I last did in like varsity. So it was just terrible. But
Did you learn something from it though?
I did. I learned a lot from it. And then I don't know. I actually called you on Friday.
Yeah.
I think after I record, not after I recorded, after work and all of that. I wasn't sure about doing this episode because Taufeni. By the way, Taufeni is not here.
So Fanny's living his best life in
Is
the
he
French Alps.
easy though?
He's in the French Alps. He's doing better than us right
Wait,
now.
is the French Alps France or Switzerland?
So they start in France and then they go into Switzerland. So like they
Oh.
extend along the borders of
Oh,
countries.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So wait, I think no, he's in Switzerland right now, but I think he
Mm.
went over the French Alps as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
okay,
have
that's
to get
nice.
a map just to make sure, but from
Mm-mm-mm.
my understanding, I
It
just
looks like
know,
he's in
yeah,
France. Yeah.
yeah. So from my understanding, I just know that they like extend between countries.
Mm-mm. No,
Yeah,
it,
but
it
it looks
looks
beautiful.
it looks
Oh my
nice. Yeah, yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
Tuafeni, yo,
We
I
actually had a bet that he was gonna go to a strip club.
Tuafeni.
Yeah. So if he
Leave it
doesn't,
alone. It's not your portion.
my
That's your
guy,
portion, Tuafeni. I the Alps are nice.
we
The
had
Alps
a
are nicer
bet.
than strip
We
clubs.
we had a bet. Please
Friend,
uphold your
friend. The
end of the
Alps are
bargain.
nicer than strip clubs.
Anyways,
No, I feel like Tuafeni is the type of person where if he enters a strip club, he'll know that actually the Alps are nicer.
yeah, no,
He's got that
probably.
kind of spirit where he likes exploring nice things.
Yeah, but you're also taking a shot at me, bro. Like, what are you saying about me?
I'm not saying anything about you because
Yeah, you
I'm talking
no,
about
no, no,
Tuhafeni.
no, no, no. You're taking
When
it.
when I was talking, I was saying Tuhafeni.
Okay, what
I did
about
not
me?
say Tapelo. I didn't say
Would I
TP.
appreciate the strip club more than the Alps?
I
You
think
wanna say yes?
I think I want to see you in the Alps before I make that statement
Well, okay, okay.
because I don't
It sounds like you
know.
wanna say yes though, but it
I
is what
don't
it is.
know, guys.
It is what it is. But okay, Tofani, yeah, enjoy your holiday. Yeah, he visited, I think, Switzerland and what's the other country?
Yeah, Geneva. I think he was in
Austria. Yeah,
Austria.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Austria also looked really
yeah,
nice. That looked amazing. I feel
yeah,
like that's going to be on my bucket list.
yeah.
I feel like we also need to create a group of the traveling South Africans.
We need to.
Yes,
But he's not South
definitely.
African though, so I don't know what you're
Okay, he's not
saying.
South African. Okay, the traveling Africans.
Yeah, okay.
The traveling Southern Africans.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you see,
Okay, okay,
exactly.
okay. Yeah, no, shout out to him. Hopefully he
Yeah.
enjoys comeback. He comes back with some nice stories
Oh,
about the
absolutely.
strip club, throwing some
Oh
bands,
wow.
you know,
Okay. Okay.
throwing some euros,
Hey,
you know.
hey.
But anyways, that's about it on Tafeni. What did I want to say? Yeah. So after work, as I was like had a tough week, I was like, okay, sharp. I'm not sure about doing this episode. Let me call Zikhona. And I was like, hey Z, I have this idea, but I'm not sure. And I just started telling you about the idea. And then,
Mm.
you were like, nah, 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 let's do it. And I was like, oh, holy shit. Maybe we should shoot. And here we are
Yeah, I think like
talking to you guys.
oftentimes
Yeah.
when you have a good idea, you doubt yourself, but sometimes
Yeah.
it's some of like your best thought
You think,
processes. Yeah.
okay, maybe I should start
Yeah.
doubting myself.
Yeah. I think the thoughts you have, like when you doubt them, you don't actually realize how good they are up until you
Mm,
have a sounding board just to
yeah.
kind of give you that feedback.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I think most of the week I'm just overthinking and all of that stuff.
Mm.
Maybe that's why. But
But that tends to happen when you live alone as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't get that feedback.
You don't get it.
Everything that you think out loud, you kind of like feedback to yourself and
Mm,
internalize it.
yeah,
And then that's when you start overthinking because you're having the
yeah,
conversation in your own head
yeah,
and you're not getting a different
yeah,
perspective on it.
yeah. No,
So yeah, guys,
that is.
being alone is dangerous actually.
It's
God said that
not.
man must not be alone, which is why we have communities.
Yeah, but
And which is why we have
I'm
friends.
like a young adult.
You're a young adult,
Yeah,
which is fine.
which is okay.
Yeah, but then everyone like no one should actually be alone for too long.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, otherwise you will become like clinically like a little bit
Mm.
deranged.
Yeah,
I mean, think about it, a form of punishment in
we shoot the
prison.
show and
Yeah.
but anyways,
That was getting dark.
yeah, I was getting a bit too dark. But otherwise, we have some different for you guys. So basically, yeah, we just want to do a little bit something different, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We don't wanna give you. You'll see. You'll see.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Some. It seemed like you wanted to stand up.
Yeah, because I realized I put my phone over there.
Oh no, you can fetch your phone, bro. Yeah, you
I
can
can
fetch it.
fetch
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
edit it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might need it for the whole.
for the whole part.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool.
I didn't read your questions though.
It's okay. I don't want you to read
I
my
was like
questions,
this.
but it is what
I
it
have
is.
integrity. You'd say.
But I wanted today's show to be a bit more intimate, like intimate and all of that, just so that it resonates more to people and even who we are as human beings, just in
Mm,
general. So yeah, I'm just gonna ask you some questions and like think about it this way, ne? I don't want you to overthink the question, and I don't want you to try and say the right answer.
okay.
I don't want you to say the right answer.
Okay.
I just want you to say the answer that's closest to you,
Okay.
to who you are.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I just feel like that's much better than us thinking of PC answers or whatever. But okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me start with the first one. So I'll give you an example and then
Okay.
you'll see how I answer it and you'll see how you answer the same question, right? Um
So this isn't a real question. That you're just throwing out a random question out there.
yeah, but
Okay.
you're probably gonna have to answer it. Yeah. But
Let's
I'll start
go.
off. I'll start
Okay.
off, yeah.
Okay.
My first question was gonna be, what are you thinking of? Like, what is one thought that keeps ringing in your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll make an example with me, right? One of the thoughts that, um, not that they keep me at night or whatever, I'm not looking for that, but one of the thoughts that keep ringing in my brain is that, how did I get here? In Dublin
Mm.
specifically, right? I think one of the answers that I've always like just answered to myself, I've always said that I think I'm here because there's better job opportunities, better life for myself, and the money is good. But I think that's one of the reasons that I say to myself to kind of just like that's the thought process that I sold to myself to sort of validate the choice that I was making, right?
Mm.
But if I'm being honest and I'm going to answer that, and if I was answering that question in an honest way, I would say that one of the reasons I'm here, or how did I get here, could be the fact that I wasn't so happy with how my life was going back home. So I
Mm-hmm.
needed to break a few cycles in my life. I
Mm.
was on not necessarily bad habits, but I didn't feel like I was growing in terms of what I was doing on a
Mm.
weekend basis. I felt like I didn't have a purpose in my life, right? Like, oh, I wasn't
Mm.
fulfilling it in what I was doing, in the life I was
Mm.
living, right?
Mm.
And so that leads me to the question of, um, what do you think um, our purpose is on this planet on a general basis
Mm-hmm.
as human beings?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what do you think your purpose is? And if you don't know, it's also okay to say, I don't think I know my purpose, or I'm still looking for it, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think you had a couple of questions
Yeah.
in there.
The first one I'd want for
How
you
did you
to,
get here?
nah, that one just leave it out for now, unless
Mm-hmm.
you want to answer it. But I think the one that I'm looking for is more of, what do you think the purpose of human beings' existence is? And then directly go to you and be like, what do you think your purpose is?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. So that is quite a deep question.
it is.
Yeah. The first part of the question, when you asked, how did we get here? I feel like that's very much a mountain coming from a molehill type of question, like
Mm-hmm,
stone turning into a rock, turning into a boulder type
mm-hmm,
of
mm-hmm,
question.
mm-hmm,
Because you realize that they're very small things that occur in our lives that creates bigger things later on.
mm,
Like maybe you may not have realized that, doing an exercise maybe at school Like maybe you know that trust exercise where you kind of have to fall into someone and then they
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
catch you.
yeah,
You
yeah.
may not have realized yet that if someone didn't catch you and they were just playing a joke, that that could lead to trust issues later on in your life. That
Mm-hmm.
could later destroy your relationships, and you don't realize like how those trust issues got there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you just ask yourself, how did I get here?
Mm.
So I think that's kind of like a leading thing where you have to realize like what was the stone that turned into the boulder.
Okay.
Yeah. So another thing where you said like our purpose, like what is our purpose on earth? I think that depends on what you believe. Because if you asked any random person in this world, what is your purpose? They'd have a very difficult time answering it.
Mm.
Just because as human beings, I don't think we've spent enough time with ourselves trying to understand who we are and where we come from.
Mm.
Because if we did understand who we were and where we came from, we would understand that we do have a purpose.
Okay.
And I think purpose is heavily linked to what you believe.
Yeah, that is true.
So I know personally that I believe in God. I believe that God created the universe and God created us in his image. And I do believe that the sooner we take off that mask of we're just here by chance and replace it with we're here by purpose and we're made with purpose, then that's when we can start answering that question.
Mm.
So I know what my purpose is, and my purpose grows every day. Like the more I discover, like more about it. It's not something that I want to share because it is like very intimate for me.
Okay. Okay.
And I feel like the more I do share it, or the more I kind of unravel it,
Mm.
the more the outside world will want to derail it and pick it
Mm.
apart.
Mm.
So it
Okay.
can't necessarily ground me anymore,
Yeah.
and I can't grow in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So purpose is a very like, as much as it is a deep question, it's also a very delicate one as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you do have the answer, it can be quite delicate,
Mm.
especially if you are like building in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. So if I were to answer that question, I would say, in terms of my thought process, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that um, our purpose as human beings is to, and this is just my own opinion, right? But I would say that I think that our purpose as human beings, like just in general, right, is to um, what do you call this? Is to go forth and multiply,
Mm-hmm.
and then make the next generation better than the previous one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just on a general basis, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. And
Mm-hmm.
also, I feel like what do you call this? God
Mm-hmm.
wants every human being to have like a full human experience, in
Mm-hmm.
a sense that you go into this world
Mm-hmm.
where you're told about what you should be, what, and there's this so many obstacles that you go through,
Mm-hmm.
and so many emotional obstacles as well, whether it's grief, whether it's happiness, whether it's joy. I feel like God wants us to experience all of those emotions
Yeah.
as human beings,
Yeah.
and appreciate all of them. And in all of that, learn from all of that, in a sense that whether uh, you need to learn how to forgive, you need to learn how to let go, and
Mm-hmm.
also learn that maybe the utmost one would be that learn that you're not in control at
Mm.
all,
Mm.
and that you being there serves a greater purpose, even though
Yeah.
you don't know or even can see what that is.
Yeah.
It's that we're in this huge ship and we all form, or even this huge puzzle where you don't know who you're going to see and you don't know who you're gonna interact with in the next 2 hours or whatnot, and
Mm.
that person can be someone who impacts your life greatly, or maybe you don't
Mm.
even. But then 5 years later, you realize, oh shit, I was actually in a airplane with this guy, and he's now on the news. But my
Mm.
interaction with him was just to just see them there and then.
Mm.
You get me?
Mm.
So yeah, I think we yeah. So I think uh that's my understanding of it.
Yeah.
And then on a personal basis,
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't fully know my purpose,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's something that I'm trying to find.
Mm-hmm.
Um do I But I do like speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that it's has to do with speaking, like public speaking.
So,
Yeah.
just to make a point there,
Yeah.
you said you don't know what your purpose is,
Yeah.
but you also said that God wants us to be fruitful and multiply in this earth.
Yeah.
And also, we love to be fruitful and multiply and make the next generation better than what we were.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
So, you've already gotten started on breaking generational curses
In what sense?
in the sense of the way you recognize that there wasn't growth where you were.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you decided to step up and make a change.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Not only that, but you started this podcast. And that's not
Yeah.
happenstance. That's not
Yeah.
happenstance. That's another
Yeah.
aspect of
Yeah.
growth.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
another thing, you said you like speaking.
I do
What are you
like
doing right
speaking.
now?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're speaking about a topic that is actually personal to you.
Yeah.
So
Very
that's
much.
another
Yeah.
thing, like being vulnerable
Mm,
and also understanding that actually this is something that I enjoy, but it's also something that you're good at. And it's something that you're utilizing to actually
thank you for
impart.
the compliments, but I'll just take them. Like it's fine, even
Yes,
though
there we
people don't.
go. They're more
Even though
abundance.
people don't tell me, but I'll take
No,
them.
you're a good ass speaker. Like
Oh, thank
you're
you.
really good
Oh,
at
thank you.
this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I feel like you also need to recognize in yourself
Mm,
that there has been quite a few generational curses that you've already broken to get ya. That's the
mm.
how did I get ya? You're
Yeah.
breaking generational curses.
Mm, mm. No,
And you're
I get what you say.
creating generational wealth spiritually,
Mm,
but also physically, and also in terms of whatever seed comes from you, whatever you're able to grow,
mm-hmm.
you're able to instill it in your children and say, look, this is what I was able to do, this is what I was able to bring to the world.
Yeah.
Not only that, but if I can do it, that also shows you that it's possible for you. Not only that, it's more than possible for you, because now this is what I'm able to give you.
Mm.
Think about where you started your baseline
No, definitely.
and look at how far you've come from that.
Yeah. But I
Look at
mean,
how
this.
your weekends look compared to how they were back
Yeah,
home.
back home.
But
Yeah.
even then, look at where you started from, let's say, primary school.
Mm, mm. Yeah.
Did
No.
you even think,
Mm.
like, I'm sure, because I know when I ended up in Joburg, I was like, yo, I'm in Joburg.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then I didn't think, yo, I'm in Dublin. Like, I didn't think.
Yeah. 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 No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But look at us now.
Yeah. Which leads to my next question.
Okay.
Um, wh- what is or who is God to you? Who is God to you? And just like if it's too, if the question that I'm asking is too broad, tell me as well.
Okay.
Is it too broad? Should I shorten it a little
I
bit?
can narrow it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the first thing that I think of when I think of God is love. God is love. God is merciful. God gives you everything you need. Like if God has a plan for you and God says, go somewhere, God will supply you. Like God isn't afraid to give you what you need to fulfill the plan that He has for you in your life. God isn't afraid to, like, when you have an inkling of, let me go somewhere, let me do something. And for some reason, everything is just working.
Mm,
Everything is just like tying together. Like nothing is like going like this is smoother than what you expected. And the hurdles that that you anticipated and prepared for, those hurdles are clear. That's
Mm-hmm.
God making straight your path to fulfill the purpose that He has in your life.
Mm.
And I think that that is God. God makes a way for things. God is love in terms of God is patient with us. God is kind with us. God is good to us. God is faithful and like his word doesn't change. Like if he promises you something, he fulfills it. God's timing is
Mm-hmm.
perfect. Like you may think that this is the right time for me to go somewhere, for me to come to Ireland, for me to make a certain groups of friends, for me to join a certain group. And God is saying, no, hold off.
Mm.
And then when God gets you into that thing at the time that He has for you, you realize that actually this is absolutely perfect because maybe if I had joined earlier, I wouldn't have met up with this one friend
That is
because they
true.
would have been in a separate country
Yeah.
or would have met up with someone who would have derailed me
Mm.
and the path that I should have gone on.
Mm.
So I just think that you can't necessarily put one definition on God.
Mm. Mm.
But for
Mm.
me personally, I just know that from my own experiences, God is love. God is merciful because we don't deserve all the love that we get from God. Like we really aren't deserving. Like when God said that we were born into sin. Ah, guys, this world is ghetto. Hey, hey, lempilo.
Yeah.
Esiphelayo, guys.
Yeah.
It's ghetto.
Yeah.
It's ghetto. And we
Yeah.
actually we don't deserve all the love that we get most of the
Mm.
time.
Mm.
Like, when
Mm.
someone just
Mm.
gives you a gift randomly, or if
Mm.
someone just blesses you in a random way, you're just like, what did I excuse me?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I feel like that's God with a lot of things.
Yeah. I agree with you in that God is, and like that's one thing that I agree with you on, is God is someone who's merciful.
Mm,
I think I agree with you there in a sense that he knows that we're not perfect as human beings,
mm,
and therefore that's why even in his word he says his grace is sufficient.
yeah,
You get me?
yeah.
So that's how I see him.
Mm,
And I think sometimes we find ourselves in situations where people tend to try and, I'm not going to say the word is not demonize, but they try to create this typical human, supernatural human being that is
mm-hmm,
very like, that is very much petty. They try to make God seem like a petty
mm.
person.
A petty person, as
Yes,
in like he'll basically like he'll throw whatever you did back at you.
yeah, like someone
Yeah,
who's judging and someone who is
yeah,
like, you
yeah.
know,
But do you know what? I think that when we say judgment, we look at it in a sense of how humans will judge.
yeah,
Humans will judge with their own malicious intent. Humans
that
will
is true.
judge with their own agenda, and humans will judge from their own perspective, which
Mm.
isn't always a holy perspective, guys. Like it's just it's our perspective
Nine
as
times out
humans
of ten,
being,
it's never even holy.
because they don't actually care about you.
Yeah, they don't care.
Guys, I'm sorry, but like humans, they like we
Mm,
don't actually care about each other the way that God cares about us,
mm,
because most of us aren't thinking that, oh, that's also God's child.
mm,
God sees them the
mm,
same way he
mm,
sees me.
mm,
Like I made that, that came from
mm,
me.
mm,
We don't see everyone else like
mm,
that.
mm.
We see them objectively as, look at this, why are they wearing
Yeah,
those
that's true.
shoes?
That is true. That
Why
is
they
true.
why didn't they shave their beard?
That is true.
Those angles aren't angling.
Why are you
That
shooting at me, bro?
no, I'm not sure.
What's wrong with
Shampoo
my
your
beard, bro?
beard.
What's
Like,
wrong with my beard?
why are you coming up here looking grizzly? Nje
Why are
grizzly
you looking
futhi.
crusty and shit?
Like, why are you grizzly? Help me understand.
Oh,
Yeah. So basically, like, that's how
yeah,
we see each other.
yeah,
But God sees you as, that's my child.
yeah. That's
I
true.
made that one in my image. That one is
Mm,
perfect.
no, without a
Who
doubt.
are you to judge?
Mm,
Because
mm.
you also look like this. Look at
No,
your
I agree with you.
keloids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got bunions.
Mm,
Nama
mm.
banyan.
No, I agree. I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Um,
So I feel like human judgments isn't the same as God's judgments,
no, without a doubt, without a doubt.
because human judgment will oftentimes contradict God's judgment,
Mm,
because we will say, look at this person, what are they doing? They look crazy.
mm,
But God is saying, well done, my good and faithful servant, because you got on this podcast by faith,
mm-hmm.
not by sight. You didn't say, Wutsi, this is going to be successful. I'm going to make money off this. You came on here by faith
Yeah.
with the gift that I gave to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're using it with purpose.
Yeah, that
And
is
I
true.
made you on purpose. You
That
weren't a
is.
mistake and you're not a chance.
Thank you so much.
You
That
are
is.
my purpose.
Yeah.
And that's how God sees you and speaks to you.
Yeah. Today I'm getting my flowers, guys. I'm getting them too early though. But
Hey, but yeah,
anyways,
not too early. Nothing is ever. This is on time.
yeah,
On time.
I wanted to ask you something as well. To be like, okay, basically looking at where the world is right now,
Hmm.
what do you think? And this might be one of my last questions, so that I can
Okay.
throw it to you as well. What do you think the disconnect is between men and women? And also, do you think that the world is rigged to favor men?
The disconnect between men and women.
Like the disconnect in a sense that one of the reasons that most relationships work, do you think it's because both human beings, in like women and men, don't actually understand each other?
Hmm. Or
Do you think it's because of that? And then a separate question is just, yeah, do you think the world is structured in a way in which it's rigged more to a male succeeding than a female?
hmm.
Mm. But at the same
So I
time,
think I
I'm
think
not
those
looking for the
are,
most correct answer. I'm just looking for
yeah, yeah. In terms of the
maybe let's start with the maybe
disconnect,
let's start with the disconnect as to like what do
yeah.
you think? Okay, what do you think? Why do you think men and women still have the same issues that they probably had 100 years ago? Because I feel like
Can you give me an example of the issues?
an example of the issues that men and women have, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that an example of the issues that men and women have is that I think women don't understand that, and also I'm speaking from a male's perspective, right?
Okay.
Because you probably have also men don't,
Okay.
you know.
No, but then I get that. But I
Yeah,
want you to like
yeah,
speak from the perspective of what a man doesn't understand about a
yeah,
woman.
yeah. I think men don't understand that, don't understand why.
Don't
Like,
understand why. Just don't understand
yeah,
why. They just don't
yeah, yeah.
understand why.
Wait, let me finish the sentence. I think most men don't understand why, like, um women, they don't understand why guys don't like chilling with, like, sometimes guys like their own space, and you
Mm-hmm.
find that when you're in a relationship with a woman or whatever, the woman always wants to be in your space and be with you, and sometimes girls don't understand that a guy needs guy time to be to to get the testosterone in and be like, "Ah, yeah, I'm a nigga." No, let me not say nigga. Nigga is wrong. But like to be like, yeah, let's get it, and like watch sports and be like, yeah, fuck Chelsea, you know.
Okay, okay. So,
But no,
so
not fuck
what you're
Chelsea though.
saying is
But yeah,
that men just want to be alone and say, "I'm a nigga." So they
no,
just
not that I'm a
they
nigga.
want to be niggerized straight while they're
Yeah,
alone.
but I'm saying that's one of the things. I'm not saying that's the thing. I looked for the most least controversial thing. You
Yeah,
get me?
yeah. You
To
just you want to be niggerated
Yeah,
while you're alone.
we just want some alone time
Yeah,
and just do some
most
dumb
people want to be
male stuff.
regulated.
Yeah, do
Most
some
people
dumb
want to
male stuff,
be regulated,
or
but
even play
men want to
FIFA,
be niggerated.
or even just play FIFA, or like
Yeah,
that type of
yeah.
stuff. I think,
Hmm. So you just want time where you don't really think.
yeah, just being a guy. But that's just an example
Hmm.
of what I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But do you think there's like an actual disconnect? Do you think?
I think that's just lack of communication.
Mm,
Because oftentimes, as women, we also want men to analyze our habits
mm.
and
Like study
maybe,
you as human
yes,
beings?
and
Yeah.
mainly just be
Because we're
curious
trying to
about
give people a
us.
game. Like we're trying to give them the
Yeah,
game
yeah,
to be
yeah. I
like
also want to
to at
give
least
people the
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
We're
as
trying
women, we also want to be
we're trying to give
understood.
people cheat codes now
Yeah, yeah. So
to fix
like,
their shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So like when a woman is like, maybe wants to spend too much time with you,
Mm,
maybe ask her, rather than her always having to come to you,
mm,
maybe rather ask, how was your day? Is there anything that's bothering you? Like, I know that you were talking about this last time. How did it go?
mm,
She just wants to be attended to. Maybe she just wants a little bit of attention,
mm.
and maybe she feels like she needs to fight for it if you're not curious enough about her.
Oh, so you're saying attention is like your biggest currency? Like that's
It depends on the woman that you're with.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because oftentimes, like, if a woman is always trying to get cuddles, is always trying to get love, it's
Mm-hmm.
because she wants something else. So I think communication is one of those important things.
Mm,
But also sometimes, nje, ufuna ukucuddlisha, like, yeah, man,
yeah.
it's cold out here. You just want a young cuddle on his fuba.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that's one thing that you can take it as. But then yeah, I
Like they
think
want more communication.
yeah, they just want more communication and more
Mm,
curiosity. So I think if you really do want that like alone time more, then I think the time that you do spend with her, be more intentional about it.
mm.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Do you think? Because I've realized that um, once you get into a relationship, in most cases, and this is just my experience, in most cases you find the a female trying to be your best friend,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
Mm-hmm. Why are you dating someone you're not friends with?
No, 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 no. I'm not. No, 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 not like that. I'm just asking myself in that. Do you guys fuck with your friends like that? Because I've
In terms
realized.
of like
Wait, wait.
cuddling and stuff,
No, 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 no,
or
no.
in
Not
terms
like
of
cuddling, cuddling. Like you'll find that a chick. I hate using the word chick.
a
Because like,
woman,
yeah, you'll
a
find that
woman,
a woman,
lady.
a lady.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that's too classy.
There we go. No, 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 no.
Okay, you'll find that a lady. You'll start dating a young lady or whatever. Yeah.
There we go. There, we're practicing. We're starting from some. That's how you
Yeah.
view women now. A
Yeah.
young lady.
You'll start dating a young lady, ne? And then you'll start seeing that they start like prioritizing you very high in their circle.
Mm, mm.
And you ask yourself, like, does it mean that she doesn't fuck with her friends like that? Or is it assumed within like females that once you date someone, then you prioritize them highly and then everyone else is like below or whatever? Because I don't know, with guys, it's not the same. You'll find guys who do prioritize the chick higher. And also with guys, if sometimes you can get made fun of for doing that, like all
Okay.
of that stuff.
So my first question is, are you serious about this person?
What do you mean?
So the person that's prioritizing you, are
Mhm.
you actually serious about them?
No, no, no. You're not answering the first question. My first question was it seems like women prioritize men once they start dating them. Is that true or is that false?
Yeah.
In
No,
as
it's
compared to
true.
that is true, right?
But then they're not prioritizing you over their friends or over the life that they had. They're prioritizing you into that category of now I'm going to integrate you with my friends and my family
Mm.
because I do want you
I
to be
mean,
a part of
family,
my
family,
life.
family is a bit reaching, but
No,
I've seen,
family is later on, but
yeah,
however,
but
if a woman is
yeah,
serious about you,
yeah,
then what she will do is she'll try to integrate you into her life.
yeah, and sometimes you rank very high, like you rank higher than her friends. That does happen.
Is she intentional about you in terms of marriage?
No, we're talking about people who are in love. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in love, then you're going to be intentional and you're going to think about the future with someone. Because think
Mm,
about it,
mm,
if a woman is dating intentionally,
mm.
she already has a vision of this is someone that I'm looking to kind of build a life with.
Okay.
So you do have to rank that person high, and
Mm-hmm.
also you do have to see value in that person.
Oh, okay.
So that's not because, like, women are crazy or anything. It's just because women are
No, I'm not.
also,
No
they
one
also
is
have
saying they are.
vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
oftentimes, like, I do know that, like, women kind of get gaslit for things like that. However, if a woman is
Guess lit
intentional, but
how?
yeah, so women kind of get gaslit for being serious in a relationship, which is something that I kind of find funny, because are you dating not serious? Like, are you actually serious when you are dating as a man?
Mm.
Do you see this person seriously, and have you communicated that actually I'm
Okay.
not too sure
Mm.
if I want to pursue this further?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying.
Because if your actions are
Mm.
showing that you're someone that wants to pursue this further, then
Mm.
she's actually going to prioritize you.
Mm. Mm. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that, I don't think that that should be seen as a detriment or something negative to you. It's actually a compliment.
It is.
If she
It
sees a
in
future with
most
you,
cases it's a compliment.
if she sees a future with you,
No,
that's
in all
nice.
cases it's a compliment.
Yes,
Yeah.
but all I'm saying is that, like, the negative is, if that woman isn't showing you on, so if that woman wants to hide you,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't want your parents to know, her sisters to know about you, she doesn't want her friends to know about you, and this is a nice girl, good woman,
Mm.
you're a side nigga.
Oh, okay. Have you ever had a side nigga? Yeah, no, that reaction says it all. Okay, cool.
No,
Next
no,
segment.
no, wait, wait.
Next segment. Okay, cool. You can come up with the questions
No,
now.
I'm just saying.
No, you don't have to explain
No, like,
yourself, bro. Like
you want
if
me
you
to
had a side nigga, you
explain.
had a side
You want
nigga,
me
bro.
to, like, no, I didn't say I had a side nigga.
Oh, so you wanna say you cheated?
No.
Okay, what do you wanna say?
I
You
just
want?
want to say that there are relationships where I haven't been serious.
Oh, okay.
Like, I really haven't, like, you'll never meet my friends.
Yeah.
My family will never know. Yay. Yay.
So is that the same
I don't want
definition?
to have to explain people to my dad.
Yeah. So isn't that what you explained?
No,
Like
I explained side nigga treatment.
you explained side nigga treatment.
Yes. So
So
it
it's
doesn't
like,
mean you have a main.
oh, okay.
It just means that you're a side character in my life
Oh, okay.
or
So
in that lady's life.
I get what you're saying. So
You're
you're
not going
saying,
to be a main character. There's no way you can be shifted into
oh,
that.
okay.
So it's like, hey, it's not even friend zoned.
Mm.
It's
So you,
just your water boy.
mm. So
You're not in the game.
more like if it quacks like a
Uladamat.
duck and walks like a duck, it's not a duck.
Wait, what do you mean? Who's quacking like a duck? There aren't any ducks here.
You know, it's
There
what you
aren't any
say.
ducks.
You're saying that it's just side nigga treatment, but he's not a side nigga. That's what you're saying.
I said,
Yeah,
Okoti.
yeah,
Side nigga treatment
yeah.
means you're on the sidelines.
It just means you're on the sidelines.
It just means you're on the
You're just not the
sideline.
main character.
You see, the game.
Hmm.
Let's call this a soccer game.
No, no, we're
because
not gonna
because
call
you
it a
you
soccer
like,
game.
because you like soccer, so I'm going to use
Nah, nah, nah.
soccer
It's a
as an
game.
example.
It's a
No,
game.
I'm
It's
using
a
soccer.
game.
I'm using soccer
The
as a game.
game. We're
So
calling it the game.
no, so you see,
Not even a soccer
in
game.
life,
The game. The game of hearts.
you see,
Yeah,
there's a soccer field,
yeah,
and there's a team captain, and there are people that play
yeah,
on the one side.
yeah.
Yes, and we're all trying to score a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm.
Now, in that team, who are you going to put? You're going to put people that you know can get you to that goal. You're
Yep.
going to put strong players.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to put people that have a vision
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for how they want things to go. You're going to put people that have a game plan.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not going to put a water boy that can't kick a ball or knows how to,
Yeah, yeah.
like, pass it to the next person.
But I
You're not
mean,
going to pick a person
yeah,
that can't score.
I get you.
You're not going to
Mm,
pick a person that doesn't know how to follow a game plan.
mm, mm.
That's how women think.
So he can at least get a side action.
Listen, the water's nice. The
Okay,
water's, you need
okay,
water.
okay, okay. Z, we get you, right?
Yeah, but then
It's
that's what I'm
okay,
trying to
right?
say is
Yeah,
that a
yeah.
woman we're not going to take photos when we win the game. We're not taking photos with
Mm,
the water boy.
yeah, yeah.
We're taking photos with the team.
But so you're saying he contributes to that? success of the team.
No, we're saying
Okay.
we're saying that we're hydrated enough to play the game.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
But the water boy is exchangeable. He's interchangeable.
I
You can
get
change
you.
the water boy at any time.
Okay,
If
okay.
anything, you don't need a boy for water. You just need a fountain.
Nah, bro, we need the water boys.
No,
You
we can
know.
have a fountain as
Shout
well.
out to the water boys
Shout
out
out to
there
the water boys, but
and the ball
however,
boys. You know.
you can also have a
You,
fountain, an everlasting fountain. And do you know who is that fountain?
yeah.
Jesus.
Wow. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna drag the Lord God into
that
this.
is
Um,
that is the water, the
but
everlasting, the water of everlasting life.
yeah,
It
but
is Jesus.
oh no, no,
Jesus is not our water boy. Jesus is the fountain.
not after we spoke
Jesus
about
is
this.
everlasting.
But otherwise, what do you have? What do you have for us?
Oh my gosh, guys.
What do you have for us?
Oh, wow, you got me compromised, Archer.
Wow, dragging our Lord Jesus into this.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. So just
Mm.
going back to that question of when
Mm-hmm.
you asked, like, what's our purpose? I
Mm.
also wanted to kind of get into the question of where did we come from?
Okay.
So there's a worldly concept of the Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
And basically, coming off of that, there's also the concept of physics where it says that energy is not created or destroyed.
It's transferred from one to another. Yeah.
Yes, or it can be transformed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I want to ask, in terms of where did we come from, do you find that God's concept of in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God?
Mm.
Do you not find that that kind of explains the concept of energy? Oguti, it was
It
never
it, it it
created
it it it
and it
does.
can never be destroyed.
It does. It totally does.
Because basically, with the Big Bang Theory, you're saying Guti, everything was chance, everything just happened.
Mm.
But then if you look at the Bible,
Mm.
it's saying that nothing just happened, God spoke.
Mm.
And then that also ties into the whole to the concept of energy.
Mm.
Uguti, energy was not created. So who was there in the beginning? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
No,
That it,
I
like,
agree with you.
God was never created and God cannot be destroyed. So
Mm.
what's the source of all life?
Mm.
What's the source of all energy?
Mm.
That's God. That was
Mm.
the Word.
Yeah.
So that was something that I kind of just wanted to discuss. Like, do you believe, Wuti, the Word kind of explains everything that we understand physics to be and everything that's kind of proven by physics? Like gravity and energy.
I think, to be honest, um, I've I've been thinking about that concept for a long time.
Mm,
In terms of, like, energy cannot be created or destroyed, can only be
mm,
transferred from one form into another. I agree with
yes.
that, in a sense that even, which is why, like, and I have still haven't mastered this,
Mm-hmm.
which is why they say that do not say negative things about yourself, even if you're saying it in a joking way, because
Mm,
you're putting it out there.
mm,
Like, if you say, yeah, but I don't have a good voice, but I want to start a
mm,
podcast, like,
mm.
you're putting that energy out there
Yeah.
that
And the thing is, it's not just energy,
mm,
because in the Bible it says that
mm,
the tongue has holds the power of life and death.
exactly.
So when you speak death
Mm-hmm.
over yourself,
Mm,
and honestly, I also struggled with this in the beginning of the year.
mm,
And it's one of the things that made me struggle in my job because I said, I'm not good at this.
mm-hmm,
I'm
mm-hmm,
horrible
mm-hmm,
at this. I don't
mm-hmm,
deserve to be here. How
mm,
did I even get here? And then I forgot where it was, but there was a moment where I was at church and there was a word basically about the power of the tongue, and how if the power of the tongue can resurrect people from the dead. Like God spoke and resurrected Lazarus from the dead. God spoke and boom, the world came about. If God spoke and God says that he made us in his image, and God says that we receive the Holy Spirit from Him, then how powerful is that? How much power do we actually hold in our words, in what we communicate? How much power do we actually carry? Like, do we understand that? Or do we underestimate it because it's a lot easier than actually being conscious about what you're actually thinking, what you're receiving, like what are you consuming from the internet and from the world, and what are you actually putting out there as well? So it's a lot harder to actually think consciously about those things
Mm.
because the same way you are what you eat, you are what you consume.
I just ate a pizza, bro. Are you
I
saying?
just had a monster.
Are you, are
Like,
you are you saying if I eat lasagna, then I'm lasagna?
yes, basically you are. Because your body breaks all of that down to
Mm.
kind of like establish your cells and everything.
Yeah,
So you are that lasagna.
I guess I am.
The same way if you're watching porn on the internet, that's what you're
Guys, I
internalizing in your
am
mind,
lasagna.
and that's what you actually think, and that's
Mm.
the kind of mindset you
That
create.
is true. That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes. And the
Yeah.
same way when you consume things about business on the internet, you internalize
Yeah, you
that, and then
become
that's something you're able to
yeah,
communicate into the world.
you become business conscious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you are what you eat in that same way, you are what you consume.
Mm.
But then when you put it out there into the world, think about who else is consuming that.
That's true.
That's where the power of life and death lies in the tongue
Mm-hmm.
comes in.
Yeah.
Because the same way someone else's tongue had the power to influence your thoughts, had the power to influence your way of thinking and how you communicate and your perspective on life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same way your tongue has the power to do that in other people's lives.
Mm.
And think about it, you don't know whose ears your words are going to fall on next.
That's true.
And it's not to make you feel conscious about how other people receive you, but it's to make you feel more conscious of what are you actually think like what's going into your mind, because you're becoming that. You're a sum total of everything that you're consuming mentally. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Your environment does play a big role. However, as you grow older, you start to realize that there are certain things that you can do to filter your environment so that it actually works in your favor.
Mm. Yeah, no. Word. I agree with everything you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. So that's
What
another
else?
thing of,
Yeah.
where did we come from?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, just another thing in
Mm-hmm.
terms of where we came from as well. Like, I know I said that, like, God was never created and God cannot be destroyed. And that's the energy that we all come from.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I actually wanted to, like, hinge off of that is energy can be transferred and transformed.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that kind of ties into, like us coming from God and coming into this world. So we were kind of transferred into human beings and transformed into something else.
Mm.
Because think about it, we are all products of a sperm meeting an egg.
Yeah. Which comes from humping.
Like, wow, wow. Not all the time IVF is real. So,
Yeah,
yeah, IVF is real. Yeah.
it is.
Not all the time. So
Yeah.
basically, we're a product of that.
Mm.
And think about how many transformative cycles that had to go through to actually create a baby. And think of
Mm.
how many transformative cycles that you had to go to become the adult that you are now.
Mm.
And think about how many more transformative cycles you're going to go through before you get to the end of your life, which will happen, guys.
Mm, yeah.
Two things are guaranteed: life and death.
Life
And when
and
you
death.
get, yes, so when you start off at life, think about where did you actually come from?
Mm-hmm.
What was transferred?
Mm.
God. God breathed life into us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when you die, where are you transferring to? You're going back to God.
Some are going to hell.
Not, oh, nah, guys, nah, nah. That's what the
Some.
cross was for.
Some.
That's what the cross was for, guys. God made us all and God wants us all back.
Yeah, but the Bible doesn't say all of us are going to heaven, though.
Yeah, but then basically, if you just say, I believe in God, I understand what he
Mm,
gave his life for us, and
mm,
you believe that,
mm,
that's when you're actually like transformed.
mm.
And that's when you accept it all. Okay, after this life, I'm going back to God. You don't have to live a whole holy life or anything. You
Are you
can do it
saying
on your
people? Are
deathbed.
you saying people should fuck around
No, I'm not
after
saying
that?
no. I'm not saying people should
Not
because I feel
necessarily. I'm
like
not. I'm
you
not.
need to be like transformed as well in your mind.
Mm,
You
okay.
also need to realize for yourself that actually
Mm,
what I do in this life does count for something.
mm,
You need to understand that there is purpose in your life. And
yeah.
that's not something that someone can tell you. That's something you need to be convicted about on your
But do
own.
you believe in? This is a sensitive topic.
Hmm.
I don't want us to delve in too deep into it. Just asking if you believe or not. Do you believe in ancestors like
Ancestors.
yeah,
That
doing
is a
rituals and all of
that
that?
is
I
a
mean, do you
sensitive
believe in
topic.
it? That's just all I'm asking. Yes or no? Bruh, you're 20. What? You're 20. I don't want to say your age, but yeah, you should know if you believe or not. Should at least know if you
And
believe or not.
I do know.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. Yeah. Anyways, what else do you still have there?
Yeah, so one other topic. Listen, the ancestor conversation is a long one.
Yeah, no, no, no. We'll leave it.
It's a
We'll leave
long
it. We'll
one.
leave it.
Yeah.
We can do it on another episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is the last one. What do you believe about yourself? If someone had to ask you, who are you? How would you answer?
Okay, there's two parts to that.
Okay.
Which one do you want me to start with?
So let's start with what do you believe about yourself?
What do I believe about myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, I believe that I am a guy who can, I think I'm good at executing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm also good at ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I might not be the best at executing ideas,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I'm good at ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Having an idea of what I think I should be doing or what I think, like, I think I have a bit of a creative side. I'm not saying I'm like creatively inclined in terms of like painting and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when I look at certain things, I think about how can we make this better?
Mm.
You get me?
You are quite creative in that sense,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Like you know how to put things together to make them work and like
yeah,
upgrade them and just upscale
yeah,
them. You're
yeah,
actually very good at that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I always think about how do we get something better and how do we make it better than the last time and all of that, right? I have
Mm.
that. Okay, that's one thing. Okay, but in terms of believing in myself, right? I'd say that if there's one thing that I know about myself and I believe in myself is that I might not believe in cryptocurrency, might
Mm-hmm.
not believe in, and I'm actually I might start with cryptocurrency soon, but I might not believe in cryptocurrency. I might not believe in shares, the market, or
Hey,
whatever.
Puti, listen, it's the future. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Continue.
but I know that I can always bet on myself in a sense that I think that I have a survival instinct of I know how to, like, when I know that if I put myself or my brain into doing something,
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna do it. If I
Mm.
like, and I'm like, that's how I'm doing it. I'm like, I'm going in. Yeah, that's yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So that's what you believe about yourself.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I can bet on myself on a lot of things. I might not believe in lotto, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And look, people make money and that type of stuff, but I think that me being successful, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I believe that I like if there's one thing I can bet on is myself. But I also
Yeah.
realize that and my mom was telling me the other time, she was like, one thing is that you rely too much on your intelligence than you rely on God. She didn't say it in those words, but it felt
Yeah,
like she was
but
saying
she
that.
meant it in those words.
Yeah, she meant it in whatever words she said
Said it
it.
in different words,
Yeah,
but meant
yeah,
it in those
yeah,
words.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
And then the
but I
second
guess
part,
and the second part
if
is you
someone
said,
had to ask you,
"Who
who are
am
you?
I?"
Yes.
If someone were to ask me, "Who am I?" I'm gonna say that I am someone who is yo. I'm very critical. Like I'm always like I'm very critical in that I'm not impressed by too much.
Mm-hmm.
I always have my hater cap on, and not hater in the sense that I hate
He just
that.
admitted that he's a hater. He just said verbatim that he's a hater.
And I'm not saying that I'm not like hate in that I'm hatred, not hatred, but more of like
Critical.
critique. Yeah, I'm a critical person. I'm someone who is inquisitive. I'm someone
Okay.
who is, yeah, I'm very inquisitive about stuff. Like I just want to know. And I'm someone who is who likes making jokes a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that I'm a funny person. The more you get to know me. And then what else can I say about myself? Oh, and I'm also an overthinker.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
that's how you would describe who you are.
yeah, that's how I describe myself. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So can I start
yeah,
with
yeah.
how I would describe you?
Oh, okay, okay. Shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah, do that.
I feel like this would contrast everything that you
Okay,
said.
okay, 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 okay. Let me hear from because yeah, I
Yeah,
hardly
because
hear.
I don't think you hear that enough.
I don't hear it from. Yeah, no, yeah. Describe me. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I think Tapelo is a very kind person, a very objective thinker,
Oh, okay.
a truth sayer in very
Yeah, no,
necessary
I am. I am
conversations.
not.
He says the truth,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
source of wisdom.
I don't know about that.
No, you are a source of
Oh,
wisdom,
okay. Thanks, thanks,
actually.
thanks,
Like,
thanks, thanks.
yeah, I feel like you don't activate that part of you enough.
Mm,
And I feel like you don't even realize how wise you are up until someone has to say it to you.
thanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tapelo is a generational curse breaker. Hey, I don't think you even realize how many steps ahead you are in the game in terms of where you could have been.
Okay. I
Every
take
time you
it.
tell me about where you were, I'm like, yo, this person has something in terms of they're actively growing, but you don't realize it.
Mm, mm. No, I get what
You're
you're saying.
actively transforming things, but you don't even realize it.
I hope so, bruh.
Yes.
I really do.
You are a builder. You
I
know how
am.
to build constructively. You
Mm,
know how to build on ideas. You know how to build with actions. You know how to be intentional. But you just need to see that in yourself.
mm.
Because the worst thing that you can do is to allow someone else to see who you are before you see it. The moment I see who you are, I can exploit that.
Yeah, yeah, I guess, yeah.
The moment you see who you are, you can raise the price so that no one is actually going to like F with that
Mm,
and try to exploit it.
I get what you're saying.
And the moment you raise the price
Mm,
is the moment you kind of filter the people in your environment
mm,
so that
mm,
the people that are allowed in are the people that want to build with you, are the people that are also breaking generational curses,
mm,
are the people that also offer wisdom, are the people that also look at life objectively and can think critically,
mm.
are also the creative people. So, yeah, just letting you know that. Don't
Ah,
allow
thank you.
yourself to be exploited. Know who you are,
Hmm.
know how other people see you. There's no way a big company would have hired you and brought you all the way to Ireland for nothing.
And they hired five more people. So
Yeah, but
yeah,
all I'm
I'm that
saying,
special. Wow,
exactly,
okay.
exactly.
But I'm just saying, okay, let's flip it onto you now. Like
Okay.
how would you describe yourself,
How would I describe myself?
And
So,
the first question as well.
the first question.
Yeah, I forgot the fact. What was the first question?
The first question is Anisa, wow, guys, wow. What do you believe about
Yeah, yeah,
yourself?
yeah, yeah. And then yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
who do you say you are? So, what I believe about myself is that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I definitely believe that I am a bubbly character. I also believe that I can offer wisdom depending on the day.
I think you can. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
gotta talk.
also believe that I love helping people in any way that I can. I also believe that I can be quite short tempered, but that's because I do believe that a situation can get better. And when it's
Mm,
not getting better, then that's when I get frustrated.
mm.
I believe that, I'm really good at making chicken wings. And what you experienced the other week was just not a true reflection of who I am. It's just a reflection of what was in your kitchen.
Okay, cool.
It's not a reflection of
Now
who
we're gonna
I
let
am.
that
Yeah,
one go.
no, I'm never letting that go. It was your kitchen, it wasn't me. And I also believe that, I'm someone who enjoys growth, regardless of how painful it is. Like, you'll never find me in the same place I was in the previous year. So you can't communicate to me as who I was or who you knew me to be. You have to understand that this is who I am. Like, I'm someone that constantly wants to grow. I
Mm,
constantly want to transform. I constantly want to become something better. And in terms of who I say I am, honestly, I am a naturally confident person. I love imparting knowledge on people. I love imparting love to people. I love imparting wisdom, anything that can help someone see themselves in a more beautiful way, see themselves in a more phenomenal way that will actually like grow them exponentially or help them or edify them in pursuing something.
mm-hmm,
So I think like that's who I would say that I am.
mm.
I would say that my purpose is a lot deeper than what I can say on camera.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, but
you did say that.
overall, guys, I'm a child of God. Like, God loves me.
Mm.
God definitely loves me.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do you want me to say what I think of you?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Trash.
Ah,
No, I'm
I
joking.
rebuke. I
no,
rebuke.
no, I'm
Fire,
joking.
purify that sentence.
I'm joking. If I'm being honest, I think with you, how I describe you is I'd say you are a very nurturing, caring person,
Hmm.
right? That's one thing about you. Um, you, yeah, you care about people, and you actually care what people like, how people are, how are they doing, and you can actually sense people's energies quick. Like even like today in the morning, when not in the morning, like when I was throwing the trash, and you're like, "Hey, what's up?" You get me?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like you can sense energies quick, and you so, and that's also because you are that type of person who's caring and all of that, right? I think that you you are well spoken, like you know how to articulate yourself.
Oh,
And
do I? I don't think I do. I feel like I need to read more books.
says,
I
oh,
feel like I
okay,
need to read more books.
oh, okay. I don't know. I just feel like you like, and sometimes that's why, like I'll have ideas in my head, and I'm like, "Esh, okay, I think Z is the person that I think can deliver my message." Like sometimes there are some people you meet in your life, and you're like, yeah, I know what I want to say, but I think she's saying it better than me. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, okay, I
That
get like
you're
a
the
good
type,
sounding board. Yeah,
yeah, you're the type
yeah,
of person where I'm like, I wish I could speak like her, because I'm more worried about getting to the end of what I want to say more than like actually how I structure what I'm saying. But then that's something
yeah,
I'm starting to learn more and more and more. Because if
yeah.
I'm being honest, I'd rather speak in like one sentence and say, like for example, I'm gonna say, like say something like, um, the Big Mac is trash right now,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no context, but I'm that type of person who's just gonna say something. Like I just want to say whatever I want to say,
Mm-hmm.
but then I realize that the way in which people are,
Mm-hmm.
they tend to become sensitive in terms of hearing blunt, very straightforward um, statements.
Yeah, I get what you're
And
saying.
yeah, and they
But that's
prefer,
because you know where you're coming from, but no one
yeah,
else knows where
no
you're
one,
coming from.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you aren't really conscious of how they're going to receive
yeah,
it
how they're gonna receive it.
because you already know where it's coming from for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying you're good at articulating yourself. You're a caring person. I think that obviously I think you're smart as well. Um,
Smart.
yeah, no, she
I'm
is smart.
smart.
Yeah.
I'm a smart girl.
Yeah, and yeah, I think you see the best out of people, like even in terms of the people, our cycle that we have, like
Hmm.
yeah, you see the best out of people, and you can like bring that out of them in a sense that you have that energy in you, like you're not dull. Like I know that I can be dull, but
Yeah.
I rely on
Sometimes
certain.
you have the personality of bread. Joe, you sick. Or you say you're not even eating, but you're the first slice.
Yeah, sometimes I don't have
He has
like
the
I'm
energy of the first
yeah,
slice of bread,
yeah,
guys. Sometimes.
yeah, yeah. Like sometimes I'm just like, fuck it, what the fuck, And yeah, you have that, like,
Not
so
all the
yeah,
time. So I can be bread as well.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
I'm more of a middle slice rather than the
yeah,
first. So when I you are first slice.
yeah. Now I have my first 5 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. I'll finish there. Yeah. What else do we have on your side?
Oh no, that was it. That was
But
the
that was
same.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
it. Yeah. But I feel like we
Um.
tackled some really nice
Yeah,
topics.
I think we went into some very deep stuff.
Yeah.
I like this episode actually.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
I
we did
like
a
it
good
for you
job.
as well. I feel like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
something that you also needed to unpack for
And I needed
yourself.
to unpack for my people to kind of
Yeah.
get like pick my brain a little bit
Yeah. Because
outside
also we,
of.
we didn't have any prep before this, which I'm
No, we
very happy
didn't.
about.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm glad that we got to unpack it now.
Mm,
And it wasn't necessarily like PC or anything. It was literally where
mm,
you're coming from, how
yeah,
you understand things to
yeah,
be.
yeah.
And the same thing with me, where I was coming from, how I understand
Without a
things to
doubt,
be.
without a
Yeah.
doubt. Which is why I wanted it to be this way.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were like, okay, TV, what's the prep? I'm like, no, we're not going
No
to the
plan.
prep.
No plan,
I don't
no
want I don't
prep.
want your prep. I don't
We're
want,
just we're going to do
yeah,
something.
we're gonna wing
It's
it.
gonna be good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I
No,
think
but I love it. I love it.
yeah, I like this
Yeah.
episode a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, hopefully we have episodes like this in the future. And
Yeah.
maybe this is like our new way of doing it. I will see. But yeah,
Yeah.
otherwise I
But
don't.
ultimately, like you also decide the direction you want to take. It's your
Yeah,
platform.
yeah,
You be
yeah.
like, if you want to be more intentional about these things, you can be. If you
Hmm.
want to move in a different direction, you can be. Like I said, your platform, your
Mm.
purpose. You do what you gotta do.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
otherwise, let us know if you liked this type of episode where we
Yeah,
are
guys, like
more.
what should we talk about next?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
what's
yeah.
something that you want to see? Like
I
are these
actually
the kind
wanted
of
to talk about some controversial stuff, but I was like, no, this is the introduction. Like, I wanted to talk about black tax, what.
like
But I
ah,
was
that's
like,
a nice
no. But I was
topic.
like, no, this is too early.
No, but
Like,
like that's a good that's
yeah, I know, I
actually
know, I know, I
that
know,
will really
I
give
know.
guys, please comment if you want us to talk about black tags.
Yeah,
Comment if you want us to talk about black
yeah,
tags, give us a
yeah,
thumbs up. Like tell us
yeah,
if you kind of like this kind of content, if
yeah,
you want us to
yeah,
talk about God
yeah,
versus the
yeah,
universe,
yeah,
like if you do want to talk about identity,
yeah,
but black
yeah,
tags, like
yeah,
yay, that one.
yeah.
If you
Nah,
want to talk about ancestors, woo,
yeah, no. I think there's a lot of things to touch on.
there's a lot of
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
especially like as Black South Africans. Like there's
Mm,
so
mm,
much
mm.
that
Yeah,
we
that's true.
carry,
Yeah, yeah.
so
That
much
is
that
so
we
true.
have.
Mm.
Yeah. So there's actually a lot of things to unpack. So guys, comment below. If you want us to go on live, please say live as well in the comments and just let us know. Guys, let us know if you want us to go on
I don't wanna go
live.
live.
Say live in the comments and we'll
Okay, yeah,
answer
say
any
live, say
questions
live, say
live and
live,
we'll
say
do it
live,
on a
say
Saturday.
live. Yeah, say live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah. Do you wanna say anything else before we close
Please
off?
like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for
Follow,
tuning in.
follow Z as well.
Follow
Please plug your
Z.
socials again.
Yes, I am Zeroy EEY on Instagram and also Zeroy on TikTok EEY.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you
Cheers.
guys. Bye.